Hey there everyone, it's Housing Holly, giving you the 211 lowdown on fair housing and what that really means in today's society. The topic of the day is race protections. One of the goals of the Fair Housing Act is to eliminate discrimination in any housing-related activity. The belief is that every class of people has the right to buy, rent, or obtain a mortgage without being discriminated against because of their background. Race is one of the 7 protected classes that fall under the Fair Housing Act and is defined as a group of people related by common descent or heredity. Race refers to a group of people who share similar and distinct physical characteristics and genetic traits such as skin color. Ethnic and racial minorities are impacted the most by housing discrimination. Racial discrimination can occur in both the housing industry and also in the workplace. Some examples of inappropriate conduct based on race or ethnicity include, but are not limited to, refusal to hire a qualified individual because the individual's race or ethnicity, and disparaging remarks about an individual's race or ethnicity. Race discrimination involves treating someone, whether it's an applicant or an employee, unfavorably because he or she is of a certain race or because of personal characteristics associated with race, such as hair texture, skin color, or certain facial features. Race discrimination can also occur when it involves treating someone unfavorably because the person is married to or associated with a person of a certain race or color. Discrimination can even occur when the victim and the person who inflicted the discrimination are the same race or color. Specifically, property owners, financial institutions, and landlords may not refuse to rent or sell housing, refuse to negotiate for housing, make housing unavailable, provide different terms to different people, or deny access to or membership in a facility or service related to the sale or rental of housing, just to name a few. For example, a landlord is not allowed to quote a different security deposit amount for a black person as opposed to a white person. They are also not allowed to do a criminal background check on only certain people they choose. If they are running a background check on one applicant, they must run it on every applicant. Every year, the National Fair Housing Alliance releases a report on trends in fair housing, including the most recent data on reported instances of housing discrimination in America. Did you know that in 2016, there were 28,181 reported complaints of housing discrimination? Of these, 19.6% were based on racial discrimination. This just shows that although there are laws in place to prohibit things like this from happening, it still happens. Studies have found that sellers and agents still use loopholes to continue to make it harder for people of certain races and ethnicities to find housing. These tactics included not only telling clients about fewer properties or showing them fewer in person, but also what was said during visits, perhaps in an attempt to intimidate buyers or renters to keep them from a certain home, condo, or apartment. Race discrimination is still at the forefront of today's society, and it's heartbreaking that within our communities we cannot come together as a whole. As Martin Luther King Jr. stated, "I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war, and that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word." Thanks everybody for watching. Click on my link below for more information and subscribe to my channel and keep an eye out for upcoming videos. If you have any issues or want to see a video feature on a particular issue, email me at housingholly@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and Housing Holly out.